Hello everybody, welcome to another day of Albion Online. I was over here in the morning. I wasn't thinking I was going to get anything, but we'll see what we get. Early Sunday morning, and we're going to see if we get some chests. Now I already got one green, one blue, small, tiny, itty bitty chest. But I see this orange guy here, and I see a bigger chest here. Server restarted about 2 hours ago, so we'll see how this goes. Now I've been practicing with the shield. I'm going to see how the shield does. We're gonna actually put on this one right here. I did go down once because there was a double bat area. So that happened. That gets a little too close for comfort on that side. Wonder if it lets me go on this side. It did. Perfect. I have been noticing with the shield I've been doing a lot more damage and being able to take more. I don't get to attack as fast. But with these boots, it allows me to get mana. And that was my biggest problem, is not having enough mana. So I could even change, probably, with the boots. Change actually one of the abilities, I'm thinking. So instead of gaining mana back on hit. Still thinking about it. Let's touch the chest, let's pull these two wizards. Just in case they cast anything on me. There we go. Open. 310k? 310. That just negates my one time that I went down. Just got in here. I was fighting a double bat spawn. And so that messed me up. Now I see there's one more chest right here. We're gonna see if we can grab it and then get out. Let's put that money coin bag wherever it was. Thought there was a second one. Guess not. That's okay. Sprint. Right here. We're gonna leave the Helion on because it's not gonna be enough time. I got interrupted to do my E key. That's fine. I'm not trying to grab that guy. Purposely trying to avoid grabbing the other guy, so I'm taking extra damage. Alright, let's see what we got with another green. Now we already checked northeast. We'll check it again. Let's recall out. We're gonna sell this off full inventory. I should suck on a cough drop is what I should do. I might just toss my torch in the bank. Or not the bank, in my home. That's probably what I'm thinking of doing. Just practice with the shield. Because I haven't practiced enough with the shield. I've seen that it actually helps a lot when playing with other players for tanking. Does damage. It's good practice. Alright, let's open this bag of silver. Oh, 146. Okay, that kind of almost negates.
Welcome, friend.
Kind of almost. We need to get by the time we want to renew by the end of the 30 days, we want to make sure we're back up to probably 50 million. That's the goal. But on top of the 50 million, we have to make the extra almost 9 million to increase my nature staff to 120, which I've never done. So that's the goal, to have at least 50 million by the end of the 30 days that we earn, on top of being able to get my nature staff to 120. And then we're going to be leveling up battle gauntlets. I'm pretty sure battle gauntlets is what I want to actually try out in the PvP section. Be more pure damage, more movement, and all that. Or not battle gauntlets, but one of the gauntlets. I still haven't figured out whether I want to be spike gauntlets or gauntlets of Avalon or whatever it is. Haven't fully decided yet. All right. Oops. Where's my mount? There it is. Go repair. Let's go toss away the torch, because the torch is going to cost me more money if I go down. We'll practice without the torch. See? Literally 21,000 more in silver. So we'll toss the torch in the actual chest here. We'll practice just with the shield. I think we'll put it here. Yeah, we'll put it there. Now, the nice thing is I did get focus, right? So I can water these. When do they actually grow? In 1 hour and 27 minutes? So I'm going to water my corn. Let's get my focus. I'm just going to water these patches and then we'll call it good. And I think I'm going to do my pigs too. And we'll use a focus potion. 1 focus potion for the way back. When we do farming later. There we go. Because we have premium again and it's worth it.
Looking for safe passage?
Wait to Fort Sterling. Now there have been a lot of people down here, so I'm not expecting super huge loot on a Sunday. Because today's Sunday, so it's going to be busy. It's going to be congested. There'll be a lot of people on. We'll see how much we can make. And this is also where maybe I should change this instead of mana. Because I have the boots. That's damage resistance. That's move speed. This that's just healing. We're gonna leave it that one. I don't need damage resistance. Mana is always important. But damage resistance might actually be an interesting change. Yeah. I always have mana problems when I don't switch it. Alright, I went northwest, so we're gonna go this way. And then we'll go southwest. So always go the opposite way that you went. And this northern road instead of the southern road is a better way to take with less resistance. These guys are real easy to take out. They're all melee for my particular build. We'll grab these ones as well. Just quickly getting some EXP. Now these mods right there, there's three ghouls, this one right here, and these wizards. I like to take them all together. I put the thorns in the wrong spot. It's okay. See, I hit them all and I negate them all and they all snared. I get to heal up. Go faster. Get out of that. Oh, I dropped the knight. It's okay. No bosses, no chests. It's been farmed. It's been farmed. I'm not expecting anything great this Sunday morning. But you never know. Sometimes when I'm not expecting it, you still get. Take on these melee guys. I'm grabbing all the melee. Make this a nice, easy farming morning. Hit them all with this, snare them, walk back a tiny bit. Go faster. Oh, I didn't mean to actually... Whoops. I didn't mean to lose the aggro. Just take the damage. I don't want to pull the archers. Alright. We cleared out those easy guys. We're gonna go over here and we'll sprint, sprint, sprint. The Archie right here. Hit them with that. Walking, keep walking. Drop the aggro here. The shield allows me to take a lot more damage, which is kind of nice. Someone's been down here. These are not glowy mobs, so we're just going to take them all. I want to see what this loot is. It's a cloak. Yeah, Sunday morning. Not a single anything down here. Alright, out we go. We'll go check Pen Uchaf. See if we score anything. And if we really want to be dangerous, we can come all the way out here to Rustledale. And we can see if Rustledale also has. I don't think I've ever shown Rustledale. And if we go to Rustledale, we'll very likely run into the enemy team. So first we'll take Pen Uchaf. Then if there's nothing in Pen Uchaf, we may run down to Rustledale. And we'll show you Rustledale. I've been avoiding going to Rustledale just because I don't know why. But we can do Rustledale. Probably run into a few wandering people. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, weekend playing Saturday, Sunday. I don't ever expect to get any good chests early in the morning. We're gonna sell this loot off so we can go to Penduchov in a full empty loot. See if we score anything.
I have lots to trade. Made a profit?
No, I'm still in the negative from losing everything yesterday. Auctioneer's like, did you make a profit? Alright, forgive me if I get some crunchy noises in my mouth. I'm stuck on a cough drop here. Too late to probably catch up with those other team. I was looking at the world map as being if I could catch up with those other people. I mean, it's not too late, but faction warfare will come in. Already almost there. I really like the suggestion somebody gave on the last Albion Online video that I did live stream, saying to renew literally the last 2 days, which is exactly the same idea I was thinking. So now I have the full 30 days to unlock all the chests. So the last 2 days you have 1 month and then another month. Exactly like I was thinking. I just never done it. But I did it now, the last 10 hours. Plus, we're practicing with a shield, so we did change up our build a tiny bit. I've noticed that in team play with the threat generation bonus 88% there, it allows me to play with other players and I could take the threat. I need to practice the timing of using a shield instead of a torch. So I put the torch in the house and we're practicing with the shield. Literally, I don't even have the torch on me anymore. We'll see how this goes. There's glowy guys down here, so it's better. I'm purposely fighting these guys for the XP. Plus, when next time I come down here, I don't want them to be here to be taking so much more damage. But I don't know if I can get them all. This guy's doing some good damage. I don't even know if I got any of them. I need some hit points back. I'm trying to avoid that one and that one, while I slowly get some hit points back. I'm gonna sprint. We'll drop aggro right here. I didn't see any bosses there. Oh, there's a chest. We'll switch up gear right now. We're gonna try to avoid those archers. Oh, I don't even have. Do I have roast pork? I don't have roast pork. Good morning, Death Bomb. And hello. Alright. Archers avoided. We'll take on these mobs right here. Is there a boss in the middle? There is a boss in the middle. I gotta keep practicing with the timing of the shield. It's very different. Not having that increased attack speed as well as cooldowns. Because cooldowns are also a big thing too, right? Because I memorized the exact time for the cooldowns. So they take longer because I don't have a torch on. Like this doesn't refresh as fast. Even though it says 10, it doesn't, the percentage, it doesn't cool down 12% faster. It's lunchtime's where I'm at. But good morning. Well, lunchtime for you. Let's see, what lunchtime? Lunchtime for you. You're probably way out east somewhere. Try to avoid that mob right there. Perfect. Another chest spawn right there. So, Penuchov. Oh, I didn't mean to pull that mob, but I did. It's morning for me. Just cut up. So if I mess up, forgive me. Ah. This cooldown and attack speed definitely makes things different. But I gotta practice with the shield. Alright, let's grab that wizard. I touched the chest is what I did. Get some mana back. There's another player. Just a green. He's gonna go for that one. We're gonna go back for this one. I should have just left the other one on. It's okay, it's okay. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Drop aggro here. Switch back. England, England. Whoa, death bomb. I have people from all over Eastern Coast. Oh, well, I just got interrupted twice. Those archers. Ah, this archer, I need to get rid of him. There you go. As long as I play it safe. Ah, and don't get hit by those. We'll be good. Alright, just another green chest. I am not lucky. I didn't wait the full 24 hours. So that's the other thing too, right? If you don't wait a full 24 hours and you keep looting chests in the same area, the loot's less. A lot less. We're gonna run around. We're gonna go northeast side and southwest side. So if you're looking to farm over and over and over and over again in the area, unless you wait the full 24 hours, you're probably not going to get anything super good. So, showcasing that as well. Oh, there's a big boss there. Maybe we'll get lucky. Big boss and 2 chests, but we're going to go for the boss first. Just going to keep running and running and running. It's not a big boss, it's just an orange. So it's a tier 2 basically. And right here, we're going to run, run, run. There's players there. There's another boss in the back inside. They already got that one. We're not going to worry about it. See what size it is. This is a big green. Alright. I know they're going for that boss too. We'll just fall right behind him. Now we'll sprint here. We'll drop aggro here so that he can take those ones. I know, I'm being mean. Hit the R key here. I know it just cloaked, that's fine. Are they really taking the boss? There's two of them, they're gonna out damage me. We'll go invisible here. Not even gonna risk trying to die there. If I'm still in combat. Am I still in combat? I am still in combat. I'll just touch it, see if the other got it. Let's go southwest. I mean, one of them died. So, I didn't purposely try to make him die, but... We'll let them take those other two chests. We're gonna go the other way. Those other two chests, the effort to get those two ones with the spawns are much more difficult. We're gonna go this way. You see right here, this is the same as the other side. So it's duplicate. See how there's no archers? Right here, all melee. And the archers and the wizards are the ones that do the most damage. Grab these. No archer, see? I come over here, we can sprint, sprint, sprint. So it's the exact duplicate, just reversed on the other side. Can you do some solo tier 5 group static dungeons? Probably. I haven't memorized the maps. So you're talking about here, so Old Choi Jet. Where's a tier 5 static? You're talking about something like this right here, right? Stillwater Basin or one of these, right? No, that's a red. Or this one right here. Therical Fissure. Yeah. Can I do it? Probably, but I'll probably die a lot by experimenting. Yeah. That'll be interesting. We can afford dying a couple times. I don't know the map very well. This is the one I memorized. And the main reason I memorized these maps is because they're so close to my particular faction outpost. Right? So time to effort. It's all about time to effort. And I know I was explaining that yesterday. How long time does it take you to run out? How long time does it take you to get the loot? Come back to your actual auction house again so you can resell. But yeah, we could probably score something maybe bigger in the tier 5. The other problem due with the tier 5s that I've noticed, Ocho Jet, is when you go in, you're very likely not going to be going in. You'll probably most likely run into opponents, is what I mean. You'll run into groups. All right, there's no chest there. There's no chest there. So, and like if I were to go to this tier 5 right here, right? This is that's Thetford's one. And then time to effort for me to run. So, I mean, it's a good suggestion. Why not, right? So, if I'm at Fort Sterling and if I had to run all the way here for this tier 5, it's not really super worth it for me to run to that one. And if I were to run to this one, which is more closer to us semi, I have 2 factions that I could run into. I could run into Thetford faction, which they come over here, and I can run into Limhurst faction. So my chances of running into more people and having more fights is higher. So if I'm just farming chests, that's not so great. This one as well. I'm sorry, this is the one I was talking about. This is the one that's right next to it. So you come over here, you farm, you come back and you sell. Now Wrestledale is actually semi-close enough, but you notice if I run all the way to Wrestledale, which is similar to this one, that's also tier 4, I'll still run into Limhurst opponents. But this one is probably a new one that no one's ever actually, I haven't shown in any stream. So we can make our way down that way. But I'm going to show you that I'm going to run into a lot of opponents. And time to effort to time to reward, doing it solo like myself, is not very lucrative. Because I'll spend more time either running away from opponents or fighting opponents. Plus it's tier 5. So I have to run all the way there, right? Tier 5 is farther away. Time it takes me to get there. Time it takes me to find loot, which is going to take me longer. And then time it takes me to run all the way back to Fort Sterling to sell it. And if you take all that into consideration, you actually make less profit. I don't mind. There's nothing here right now. I have already checked all of Malware Gorge, and I've already checked Penuchev. And plus, it's a dungeon I've never actually streamed or showed, so I don't mind. It's all about learning. How much per chest? It depends, Z Goku. So I've streamed multiple different days, right? And each day is different. Each day of the week is different. And each month is also different too, because it depends on who's playing, who's on, and who has already farmed it. So this is US West server. The server probably reset about 2.5, almost 3 hours ago. And after a server reset, you have a chance. It's not guaranteed, a chance to get better loot. Now, it also depends if someone else has farmed it and already been there. Now, because today is Sunday morning, there's a lot more people playing, because it's the weekend, obviously. And because there's a lot more people playing, the chance of loot is a lot less. Now, the other thing that also plays into effect as well is 24 hours. So I looted all these chests in under 22 hours, about 22 hours, 23 hours ago. So if you check my previous stream, I did get a couple purples in the previous stream. But because I'm now looting the same places in under a 24-hour period, then my loot chances is even reduced even more. So I get even less chance. So literally I've only gotten greens and blues so far, and small itty bitty ones this Sunday morning. Where on if I play Monday morning and Tuesday morning, my chances of getting bigger loot is a much more. Now, if you see some of my the first 2 early morning chest ones, one chest, which I got really lucky at, which was a Monday, I got 1.6 million in one chest, and then another one I got 1.8. But that's just luck, right? And I'm not taking just those chests. You take all of the chests into account, right? Because I got several different purples. I think I got like 2 or 3 purples the first one. Then I was averaging about 2 purple chests every day. But each one of those are separated between a 24-hour period. At least a 24-hour period. But now because here, and I wanted to showcase this on a Sunday morning in under 24 hours, so about 22 hours. And I'm just going to check this boss spawn right up here, but we're going to make our way all the way down. So there's no boss up there, so no big deal. So Z Goku, the average or how much per chest, it really depends. Like some of the chests that I opened up this morning were tiny itty bitty green ones, and they only had like 8,000 silver in it. In total worth, estimate worth. So that's not worth it at all. Now, if I want to make my way down, let's just see where I'm at. If I want to make my way down here, southeast, this, okay. And doing corners is actually faster. So the answering to your question, Z Goku, on how much per chest, it really is dependent. Day, time, as well as if it's weekend or weekday, make a big difference. And just like I was saying, Saturday, Sunday, I didn't expect to get anything. Why not do tier 5 black zone statics? Okay, that's a great question, which I've explained in multiple of my streams, so I'll explain it again here. It's all about time to effort, okay? So just like old Choi Jet has told me to run out here to this one, you have to take time into consideration of how long it takes me to run out here, okay? So I'm just an average person, average player, right? I play maybe 2-3 hours a day out of the entire day. If it takes me half an hour to get geared up, right, for Black Zone, go to the Black Zone, run all the way to the zone. I've always probably spend another 10 minutes to run all the way out there. Find the Black Zone tier 5 static dungeon. Finally get there. Probably run into another player. That takes me another 5-10 minutes to fight off that player and or die. If I die, I lose everything I have. I left all my effort. I have to respawn back. I have to re-gear myself, spend another 10-20 minutes to re-gear myself, and then get all the way back out there again. I've now wasted an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, right? And I probably still hadn't got to loot anything. And then maybe after 3 hours, or maybe 2 hours, right? Or maybe I don't run into anybody. I score something, right? And yeah, maybe I score big and I get some, maybe I get maybe 1 million worth or 2 million worth in a chest. If I spent 3 hours for only 1 million or 3 hours for 2 million, that's not really worth it. Where here, if I spend the time here, and I showcase this in my live streams, if you watch the previous ones. Today is not a good example because it's Sunday, and I purposely hinted Saturday, Sunday is not a good day to farm chests, but I wanted to showcase the lesser loot you get. If I farm here in Mawar Gorge and Pen Uchaf, and I take the time effort to run out here, get chests, and run back, I average around 1 million an hour. Just average. Sometimes I make more, sometimes I make less. But average around 1 million an hour, right? So if you take all the time and effort, and I literally taking all time it takes me to run out there, time it takes me to get back, time it takes me to sell. You take all that into account, and that's why I stay in these blue zones because, and the other thing too, is inside Mawar Gorge or Penuchaf, say I only have 30 minutes to play or 20 minutes to play, I can log in, go to Mawar Gorge, get a chest, and log out there and not feel bad. This is true. In the yellow zone, if you get knocked down, you will lose and can lose a ton of time and loot. But it's the same thing like driving a car or going out in traffic. Would you rather spend your time like right here? Look how long it's taken me to run all the way out here just to get here. Estimate 8 to 10 minutes just to get out here. It's still going to take me 8 to 10 minutes to run back. And when you're driving a car and let's say for example you're stuck in traffic, or you prefer to go the longer route and feel like you're actually doing something compared to here running. Where here if I go to Mawar Gorge, it's a blue zone, or I go to Penuchaf, I actually feel like I'm doing something, right? It may be less loot constantly, but I is constantly getting loot, constantly doing stuff. Now I've never been down to this dungeon in this area. I've been in dungeons like this because they're all copies of themselves. So I don't know this map at all. I don't know any of the chest spawns at all. But the question was, can I come down to a tier 5 and do it? Now this is loot bonus 2. You see right here, 10% more fame. Can I do it? Yes. Will I be successful? I'm going to ignore some of these mobs. We're purposely looking for chests. And again, I have no idea where chests are down here. I'll fight this mob just because. And it's also about what you like to do. So Z Goku, the question that you're having there isn't the same in Yellow Zone. You get knocked down, you lose. Yeah, I know for a fact that if I go knocked down, I'm gonna lose 250,000 in silver. So some people's comments like Black Zone's better or other things. I'm losing more than any of the gear you're probably walking in with the Black Zone. So if you go in the Black Zone, you're probably not spending 200,000 in silver just to go to the Black Zone. So the people's comments saying you don't lose anything in the yellow zones or blue zones, I do. I just lose straight silver. 250,000 in silver. There's a player already here. He's not going to be able to do it. Or maybe he can. We'll watch him. He's actually going to be able to do it maybe. We'll just let him have it. I like this circle method. It's all about time to effort. Again, I'm going to hit down that again. So I'm in here in this tier 5 dungeon, and I have to spend the time to memorize where all the chest spawns are, and then fight over them. Where the blue zone, those undead ones, I've memorized every single chest spawn, and I know where they spawn, and I have a routine where I can just run through and check each one. And I do, yeah, I'll remember that place for that chest. And see, I've even maximized in the other area. I've maximized the ability to be able to avoid mobs like this. So like wizards, archers, and so that's why I explain how to run the route in those castles. Like I can't explain anything in this one. I have no idea where the chests are. I have no idea at all because I've never been down in this one. I would have to take the time to memorize the whole thing. So there's this exit right here, and this exit right here. Well, that's the one I just came through. Yeah, I have no idea. Now there's these big glowy mobs. The other thing too that I don't have memorized is the timing for the damage for these mobs and what I can take and what I can run past. Because I don't know. I don't know how much the glowy damage these guys do, so I haven't memorized it, right? It's all about optimization. It's like taking like a carpenter or a mason or somebody that's really good at something and figuring out the exact timing and what's needed. Plus, I don't even know if my gear is optimized for fighting these mobs. Then maybe I want to wear something completely different. I'm purposely still wearing the Helion helmet in case I need to run past and get past things. Now, I know there's a chest down there. There may be a boss in a chest there. That's probably what that looks like. We could probably run here and go there. These guys with their buffs. I mean, I know semi what these guys do, but not everything. I think, AQQ, search in Google. There's a screen where you're shown exactly where they are. Huh. Search on Google. All chest spawns for where am I? Stone Root. Caverns. Albion Online. That's a good suggestion, AKKU. Maybe I'm not seeing it. I'm looking, but I'm not seeing. I'll need to do better search. Maybe it's this online 2D database? Whoa. Carrington Main is also near Fort Sterling. This is true. That's why I'm kind of making my way toward it. This middle, I don't see any chests. I'm gonna assume a boss spawns here, right? I mean, that would make sense. I am running into other players. And so, again, it's about time to effort. I'm running around this T5 dungeon. I haven't seen a single... I found one chest which another player had already was there and already farming. Well, you can solo tier 5 Blackstone static in 5.1 gears. You just have to learn the glitch and skip. This is true. Thank you for Z Goku for your feedback. The other thing about Panuchuf and Mara Gorge is I don't know if there's more chests or less chests, but I have a chance to run into more bosses, right? Because I know where all the boss spawns. Not just the chests, but actually the bosses as well. And it's worth faction. It's worth more to faction farm bosses. And we're just going to run through. If I don't see any other chests, because again, I'm looking on this map constantly and trying to see if there's any chests. I'm going to skip these guys. Bunch of bears. There are like 4 bosses in here, if I remember well. Yeah, if I can find the map, I was trying to look in Google. I have no idea. Now, I'm noticing another thing about this map as well, compared to Panuchuf and Mara Gorge, is there's no down and up level. What I mean by that is, and I'll showcase it here in the other one. So now that I've ran through, and I didn't really see, nor do I again even know where anything is. Alright, I'm here. Oh. It's a better entrance to go in, huh? Well, that'd be nice, AKKU. Absolutely. I would definitely love for you to show me where all the bosses are in that tier 5 dungeon. I probably spend more time just running around than actually finding any chests. I'm trying to look for the map online. I have no idea. I'm not one of those people that search online for it. I just experience the game and try to run through it. So I didn't find anything in there for me personally. But if AKQ, when you're on and you want to show me, I'll happily be able to be walked around and show that dungeon a little bit better. But what I can showcase and explain a lot better is like Mawar Gorge or Penuchaf. And the main reason why the difference is there, like I was saying, 2 different levels. I can go to run down a whole nother area and I can check one whole side of it. Then I can hit the A key, roll call out, and I can check the other whole side of it really quickly. And my time to effort is not far. Now, that dungeon, as I can see right here, is actually not that bad to just run out that one area and then go into that entrance cave instead of running all to the other one. So that's not that bad. We're here. Let me empty my loot. I didn't get much loot, but my time to effort I already spent down there. I've already spent 20 minutes, maybe 25, 30 minutes running around, and I haven't earned anything. Where, like Mawar Gorge at Penuchaf, again, it's only a tier 4, right? I know I can get chests. I know I can get bosses. And I know that they're all on a 50-minute timer. So the main reason why I'm making my way back to Mawar Gorge right now is the 50-minute timer is running right now. So respawns are going to happen right now. So I'll either get there with other players there, or I luckily get the spawn and I get the chest. And if I get the chest, then that's money. Now, granted, it's not going to be like this huge score, right? I'm not going to probably get millions and millions because it's just a tier 4 static. But I'm guaranteed money. And when you're guaranteed money and you're a regular working dad like myself, like a lot of normal people, or not even if you're not a dad, just a regular, you're going to school, whatever, you have work, not everybody has hours and hours to play. So time spent to searching, what is 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you find something, then it's just that endorphin rush of, oh, I got something. It may not be a lot, but I still got something. Oh, Ultra yet? Never feel sorry about losses. If you have any suggestions, feel free to make them. I will happily experiment and try to go see if I can do it. And I'll also happily explain that and admit that if it's something I don't know, then it's something I don't know. And I don't know that dungeon, so I can't speak at all. And all it would be just like gambling. Like it's like going and doing poker, right? Or gambling. If you go and you play poker and you have no idea what you're doing, sometimes you get lucky. Most of the time, you're not going to get anything because you're not. And you're playing against professionals, right? Like if you go play poker against some professionals, you're probably going to lose all your money. We're here, like if I go to Mara Gorge, Penuchev, my hand's more stacked and I'm more skilled because I know what I'm doing, just like poker. Because I've been down here enough, I've studied it, I've cut my losses already. I've lost millions and millions in silver down here because I've died a lot in high level gear, but I know what my risks are. Yeah, AQQ, I agree with you there. There's a chest right there, I see it. And there's a boss. The boss is what I'm more interested in. So we're gonna go over here, we're gonna come back out, we're gonna run for that boss. And we're checking down here, there's nothing down there. We're gonna run back up. We're gaining life back. Come on. Now instead of going the same way I just came, I'm gonna go down this way. Because this way right here, these three rats, you take a little bit less damage when running to it. And then I avoid those wizards from this side. That's why you do a zigzag. And then now it's just a melee guy. And now I run into one archer, but as soon as I touch the archer, this is where I sprint. Hit the R key right here. Get rid of these rats. We'll hit the D key right here, we'll drop the aggro, we'll switch to the gear we actually want to level up. And then we'll engage the boss. And this is, again, time to effort. It took me just minutes to get down here. Minutes to know where a boss is and find him. And get to, we're going to touch this chest and pull those guys up there. Hi, Ramen. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. And feel free to correct me at any time. I am from the East server, so yeah. Yeah, the East server has a totally different restart time than compared to US West. Grab this chest. It's just a green, because again, we're still under the 24-hour period, and you saw how it's just a tiny bit of money. Sorry, I didn't even look at the estimate because I just saw a tiny bit and just started grabbing. Now there's another chest right there. We're going to run to it. See if we make it, see if we make it. Alright, I don't see any glowy guys here. We're going to drop those other guys, but just keep going. And we're just going to fight these. We're going to fight the whole group. We'll take a little bit more damage. Now we're going to hit the R key now. And we'll do the same thing with the circle method, which is what I was doing before. Because most of them are melee. Now if they were like archers and stuff in there and they were separated, it does make it for a lot harder battle. See what we get. Just another 8,000. So it's all because I'm also under here within the 24-hour period. So if you come down here and you start looting another 24 hours, which it is for me, because I just looted this whole area yesterday morning, not early morning, but yesterday morning, and so it's within the 23 hour period. So the loot's going to be a lot less. Now you can keep running down there. You notice how I didn't attack anything? As long as you don't attack anything, you won't actually, and I see there's a boss right there. So remember how I said the 50-minute timer? This is why we came back. Because literally it's exactly the 50-minute timer, and all these things are spawning now. So that's the important part too to know. I can know when other people have came down here and looted or gotten things. And because I know that, we're going to come over here and hit the R key just so we can make it so I don't waste my cape. We're going to hit D key right here. So I know when things are going to respawn. I'm pretty sure it's a solo in my map, so it's a solo one. So it's worth like pennies. Just 3,000. We'll switch back to this one. We'll give the cooldown. We're going to circle around this way like this. I pulled them again. I didn't mean to pull that many guys. Most of the time when you're in this static dungeon, you're probably going to score solo maps. Not group ones. The group ones are always going to be like in the double digits, not a single digit 3,000. But yeah, if you're looking for any exciting loot like purple chests and stuff, this video or this stream, we're most likely, maybe if we're lucky, get one purple. But I doubt we'll get any, because it's Sunday, and I'm also looting within the 24-hour period. So all my other daily ones, I averaged about 2 purple chests in each one of those. I'm still getting chests, but I know the loot's all going to be less. See right here, it's another green. It's not even a blue, it's not even a purple. And it's going to be like under, yeah, it's 56k. But even though you're getting pennies, pennies is better than getting nothing. Pennies is better than running around searching for stuff and not getting anything at all. I think we're just going to keep this loot on, this gear on. We're just going to sprint past these guys. And then we can just go straight to these guys and engage them. And you see how I'm getting the loot before the other team? You see how the other people are coming down here? This is what I mean by memorizing the dungeon and knowing where to go as quickly as possible to actually get the chests. So time to effort, right? Looks like they're gonna fight each other or whatever they're doing. Oh, the unfaction flag. Why would you unfaction flag in the middle of the dungeon? Oh, maybe so they can heal each other, just like how I did in the dungeon yesterday with somebody else. It's a blue. Just 15,000 though. Again, I've done this in less than 24 hours, so wasn't expecting anything great. Now, I like to do a routine, so I came down the southeast side. I'm going to go up the northeast section. Because when I first started this stream, that's where I was, and somebody literally took both of the spawns. And I'm going to hope the bosses respawn back. We'll hope for a big red guy or something. Buy tier 4 group dungeon map. Is it worth it? If you buy a tier 4, so Ochoi Jet, tier 4 group dungeons are worth it to learn how to do them. Are they worth it silver-wise? Sometimes. But most of the time, it's more of a learning experience. Is a tier 7.3 build good? Any build can be good if you learn how to play them. See, there's a boss right here. This on the spawn. So no matter what you play, whether it's fire staff, ice staff, curse staff, axe, sword, whatever you decide to play, bow, dagger, whatever it is, right? It's all about specializing in whatever it is that you play. The main reason why I'm so good at nature staff is I didn't just level one nature staff. I leveled them all for their mighty power, right? And I specialize and learn their abilities and learn what they do, and I learn their timing. So in Albion Online, I know a lot of people will say like meta weapons or stuff like that if you watch other videos. None of that matters. What matters is what do you like to play, and have you specialized in it enough so that if you fight somebody else, you know the timings of your skills and when to use them. Like, you don't panic. Normally, like some people that don't engage in too much PvP too often, your heart starts pounding, you start getting, you know, all excited or anxious. It's a legendary. Look at that. Because it just reached the 24-hour period. So for 24 hours from yesterday, now the loot has reset for me. And we just scored a legendary. So can a tier 7.3 build be good, AKKU? Oh, in my build? Yeah. A tier 7.3 in my build can be good. Absolutely. How did you fame all that? By doing what I'm doing here. And soloing. So you notice right here, each one of these mobs are giving a ton of fame, right? Okay, let's go get this. Let's open this legendary chest. 1.38 million. But I can't even carry it all. So let's see the silver. I can't even carry all this. Let's grab the reds that are glowing. This is definitely worth a lot. We're just quickly browsing. That's going to be worth more. This is going to be worth more. And then the stackables. Let's just check our loot. Stackables. How much is this one worth? That's pennies. We're dropping it. I'm going to toss a bunch of other stuff up here too. Might even just toss that too. I think I'm going to toss it. Okay. This is worth 43. It's good. 22. It's good. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's semi-nothing. That's a group dungeon. So taking that 15k. Alright, those are going to be worth pennies. That's pennies. There's 3 torches. That's pennies. 6,000. Semi-worth it. Take it. We'll think about it. That's 2,000. Nothing. That's 1,000. That's nothing. 2 nature. Wild staffs. That's 7,000. That's semi-worth it. We'll take 7,000. Those don't look like worth much. This one might be worth... No, that's nothing. That's 1,000. That's nothing. 2,000. That's nothing. It's just relay. Okay, so now it's free loot. Anybody can come in and get it. That's why it closed it on me. This is probably worth... That's 7,000. We'll take that. These bags are probably worth something. That's 6,000. We'll take it. 6,000. We'll take it. This is definitely going to be worth something, I'm pretty sure. That's 8,000. What are we at? We got a few more slots. 3,000. We'll save it for later in case we need it. 3,000. We're going to take the reds. All the reds are going to be worth something. I'm not even going to look at them. Yeah, all the tier 5s are going to be worth something. This might be worth... This is a solo or a group? That's a solo, just 5,000. That's 9,000. We'll take this one. Oh, there's a tier... Take that one for sure. I don't know how much it's worth, but it's worth... When it's got a 4.3, it's definitely going to be worth something. 7,000. We're going to have to leave 100k in here. There's 5,000. What else can I drop? That's worth pennies. We'll take that map. Let go of ruins. The ruin stack. This ruin's definitely not going to be worth much. $3,000. Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention here before the whole loot despawns. So I'm not reading too much of the chats right this second. 3,000. And that's worth pennies. I don't know of anything else. Oh, this one's going to be worth some money. It's tier 4.2. And the glowies in here. I'm pretty sure I clicked on all the glowies. None of them are over 3,000. And maybe some in here that are worth 5,000-ish or so. What about this bag? That's 3,000. Is that worth anything? That's 4,000. Alright, the 4,000 one can be worth something. What's this? That's pennies. We'll take the 4,000. Drop that. There's 160k in here, but what is worth that much? I don't see anything in here that stands out as... That's just 2,000. No, those mage boots are going to be worth pennies. It's gone. Alright. Tried to grab as much as I could. I'll read the chats now. How did you feel all that? I feel not so sorry for you now, haha. But you see right there, Ocho Jet? This is why I farm here in Malware Gorge. I farm Malware Gorge, you see right here. I just looted chest, I just got full loot, I hit the A key, I run out, I can now go sell it, time to effort, sell, come back, and go again. So, can you do your tier 4 group dungeon map? I could, but I'm still doing my dungeon chest runs, right? The 24-hour period is up. I now want to actually hit all of Malware Gorge and all of Pen Uchaf. And after I do that, then I want to do my farming, and then we'll decide whether or not I want to do a group dungeon or not. But yeah, if time permits, and my kid and family don't wake up and I don't have to cook breakfast for everybody, then sure, I would happily do the tier 4 group dungeon. And in fact, just because you asked, and if time permits again, I'm going to keep the tier 4 group dungeon in here. I'll keep it right here, and remind me later if time permits. I don't know if time permits, because again, I'm a dad. If my kid wakes up and comes here and starts jumping up and down on me on my desk and starts trying to push my buttons on my keyboard, it's not very effectively to play while doing that. So, plus I have family, so I have to take care of them. But my plan right now is to hit as many chests, because I know I just got a legendary, but we're gonna try to score some purple chests. I want the average at least 2 purples and or better. Legendary I'm gonna count as a purple or better a day within the 24-hour period. What time is it in your country? So I'm in mountain time. So right now it is 7:33 a.m. And the servers reset around 4 a.m. my time. Now, I'm not gonna wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. every single day. Today I woke up at 6 a.m. and got on, and I figured, oh, okay, we'll do a stream. We'll see if we score anything lucky here Sunday. We luckily scored 1 legendary, but that's a 24-hour period. So that's why I want to play, or try to play, around kind of semi the same time, because you always want to wait that 24-hour period to score bigger chests. Plus, you want to do it right after a restart, too. Alright. All that sold. We come over here. We'll wear this. So yeah, 7:30 my time is still pretty early on a Sunday. Like who wants to wake up at 6 a.m. on a Sunday or Saturday to come play Albion online? I'm not gonna do that every day. That's nuts. Especially as you get older too. The older you get, the more you actually value sleep. When I was younger, right? I was in my early 20s or early teens. I'd stay up all night and play, and it wouldn't even affect me. It wouldn't even bother me. But now, if I were to do even one night, stay up all night, the next 2 3 days I'm hanging. Horrible. You like I feel horrible. I don't regret them, but you feel absolutely horrible. All right, we already went southeast. We're gonna go northwest. Now remember, time to effort. Because I did this, there's other people down here. And because there's other people down here, they're also farming chests as well. So it's all about beating these other people to the chests. So that's why I have this memorized, and I'll run this path right here. And I know I'm teaching other people, but that's fine by me. And you see I'm not running into any archers or wizards? It's better for me to do it this way. Now I run this way, and I'm going to check this chest right here, see if there's any. And we're just going to check any chest over there. And I don't see any, so we're just going to run. There's a boss back there, so we're going to hit him. Remember the 50-minute timer. That's what you have to keep in mind. Is between 50 minutes and an hour and a half for all chest spawns. Okay, so if it doesn't spawn within the 50-minute time frame, it can spawn anywhere between the 50 minutes and an hour and a half. But on average, they normally spawn within the 50-minute time frame. Now the other thing that can reset chest spawns as well is, say for example, there's an invasion happening. An invasion can reset it, and sometimes you can get lucky and it can spawn within a 30-minute time frame. So they have all these different time frames to reset these chests, and they purposely do that as the developers so that you can't memorize the chest spawns too much. But when you've camped the chest as much as I have, you kind of memorize all the chest spawns. There's a 30-minute timer depending on if the actual goes invasion. There's the 50-minute regular timer, and then there's a 50-minute between an hour and a half timer. And I haven't seen anything else besides that. And I've literally camped these chests for days / months with more than one account. That's how I've memorized all the timers. And I was even so freakish that I literally had on on Windows saying, here's a 50-minute timer running for each one of my characters. So as soon as the boss went down, I reset the timer. And that's how I memorized all the timers. So it's exactly on the dot, 50 minutes. And then people were like, oh, the 50-minute didn't work for me. Well, that's also because, remember, there's other circumstances that can play into fact. It can reset to 30 minutes, and or it can do an hour and a half, 1 hour and a half, depending. And they purposely do that, developers do that, so they mix you up. For my nature tree in the tier 4s, my game time for my character, one time I did it, only said probably about a month. But I didn't just do this, right? I did other things. I mainly did farming and building. So the bulk amount of time, I'm going to say it took me less than a month of game time. Because the bulk of the time I would spend over here leveling up harvesting skills. And I spent more time like harvesting, because I first started the game, I first started doing query, because I was thinking I was going to build stuff, right? So I was doing query stuff. I learned that this is not a moneymaker. Moneymakers is going to be making like harvesting fiber, harvesting iron, or skinning, and even lumber is better than querying. But I spent time literally just running around harvesting materials and then watching movies, right? I sit there and I just mindlessly walk around the world zones in these yellow zones, yellow and blue zones, just harvesting materials. So I'm going to say at least 20 days, if not more, plus playtime is me just harvesting materials and watching movies. Jackie, now I'm doing faction warfare outpost capture. That is definitely a good thing to do as a new player. So that's the other thing to take into account. So you see all this fame you get here, or the fame you come over here and you hit stats, and you reach 187 total fame for me. When you open chests, or at least this is what my brother said, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe him in the sense. When you eat skill books and chests from faction warfare, those chests don't count toward your total fame. And I've eaten a lot of books because I've done a lot of faction warfare. But I'm gonna say literally you could probably master and get 100 and the 3 base ones in less than 30 days of premium time, because I've done it. In fact, when I came back and started playing, you can level up the base 3 nature staffs, these 3, in under 30 days of premium, just playing a couple hours a day. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to run over here. I'm going to see if there's a boss. I'm trying to see if there's a boss spawn right back there. And there is. You see how there's an orange one? That's what I wanted to check. So I know we're going to cloak it right here. We'll see if I can make it to right here in this section. We're going to fight this guy. I need to put on my Helion helmet. Now I know we're going to pull that knight. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we're just going to sprint it. We're going to use a potion. We're going to potion it right here. We're going to put on the Helion helmet now. I don't have the A key. Now I can make it the rest of the way. Jackie, the Tome of Insight from the Faction Warfare chest does not contribute to your fame card. Yeah, and I've eaten a lot of those. Alright, hit that right there. This is risking it. I actually could die now that I'm looking at this. Let's just get the wizard first. And the reason why I could die is because I'm going to pull more wizards, but it looks like we're going to be okay. There's another chest over there too. Put back this on. We'll get the boss. Now these bosses, the reason AKKU, why I've gotten so much fame is watch this boss. This is an orange boss. This orange boss drops a ton of fame. And the main reason why I get so much fame just farming these static blue ones is you'll notice this boss, and I have my fame down there in the chat window. He'll give a ton of fame. And this is why I do boss hunting. Because fighting normal mobs, time to effort, takes a long time. But if you fight bosses right here, you'll see. And I'm just purposely going to just fight the boss and wait for the wizards. Or maybe not. Let's see if I can showcase. See right here? 89,000 fame for one guy. It took me a minute, maybe, or less, to beat that boss. Or maybe more than a minute, right? Maybe 2 minutes. And that's why the faster you run and you can camp all these bosses, the more fame you can get. Now, there's just a big green one, but it's still 84,000, see? And we'll put back in. I should have put this on quicker. And now we're going to run and grab that chest. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Don't want those wizards hitting me too much. Hit the R key now. We'll come all the way down over here. We're going to hit D key right here. And now we're over safe right here. So we're with this one because we're leveling it up. Now the other thing too, the reason why my fame is also dispersed out, because I've leveled up a lot of other things. And you see right here, I'm leveling up this. Once this reaches 100, I need to level up these other 2 ones. And I also leveled up Druidic Coil first because I was trying to go like a full Druid build. Oh yeah, Total Insight. I want to hit them with the R key there. I'm going to move over here and hit them with that. I do stream every day. This is true. Currently, unless something runs into, like, say for example I have to go traveling for a meeting, I may not be able to stream, but I'll try to let people know in advance. If work requires me to go someplace else, then I may not stream. Oh, it's a purple. There you go. There's my 2-a-day average purple. I got 1 legendary, I got 1 purple. But we haven't even made it to Pen Uchuf yet. There's 171k. Pretty sure we can carry it all, just looking at it, eyeballing. These are stackables. We'll just double check the stackables. That's maybe a one we can trash if we don't have space, but we do. And there we go. Time to effort. Recall out, go back to cell. We'll come back over here to Mauer Gorge, and we'll go check the other side. Stream snipe. I don't know. I probably can't read that name. Is that Ghost Ran Gaming? That's a definitely different, harder font for me to read. But bro, I want to stream snipe, but I'm lazy. I don't know what stream snipe means. Again, I'm new to YouTube. I don't know much about the streaming world. I've always been a gamer. I've always thought about just streaming me playing. And I never did it until March of this year. So no, I actually didn't even start streaming until just last month. I was literally just creating YouTube videos March of this year. So I'm brand new to YouTube, brand new to streaming, and brand new to all of it. But yeah, Jackie, to reiterate your question again, I am currently streaming every day, multiple times a day. I do play multiple different games, and the main reason why is I play what I like. If I like the game, I'm going to play it. Regardless of the age of the game, regardless of the graphics, I play games that I like. And I do like Albion Online. I'm not going to lie. I actually am one of the founders. So when this game came out in 2017, I was anticipating it. I signed up as a pre-founder, and I played it back in 2017. This character is back from 2017 as well. Now my brothers, I also got all my brothers to play, and I know some of my previous streams and my previous videos I mentioned them. When my brother finally starts playing again, he's just getting out of the hospital. They have way more fame. I'm going to showcase it here right after I do this. They're in the 700 million plus fame. Okay? Because they constantly played. I quit and I started playing other games. I'm normally the person that gets my brothers to play a game and then they get addicted and then they just keep playing it. But they're in the 700 million fame. And they know more about black zones. They know more about all those other things. Because they never stopped playing and they did all that. For me, I just specialized in the blue and yellow zone. So if you're looking for the other type of PvP content and stuff like that, black zone, red zone stuff, that's not what I specialize in. Oh, so I'm a programmer? I never programmed, and right here you see my brother. This is one of my brothers. 733 million total fame. He specializes in swords. And then my other brother, Barich, right here. Barich has 766 million fame. He specializes in quarterstaffs, maces, and hammers. So am I a programmer? I'm going to say that I've always been, Jackie, I've always been a gamer. I don't know where I'm going. I need to go back to my work gorge. I'm going to check the southwest side. I've always just been a gamer to play the game. I learned to program for myself back in 2020. And the main reason why I learned how to program back in 2020 is I was playing a game. It was a MUD. MUD stands for multi-user dungeons. They're full text-based games. There's no graphics at all. Everything's just written in text. And I played that game, those MUDs, for 30 years. Okay? And MUDs are definitely one of the older fashioned. Think of it as the very first MMO RPGs ever created. They're created back in the late 1980s, early 1990s. And I played them back when they first came out. So it was one of the first online MMO RPGs that ever created, even before any graphical game, even before kind of like Nintendo or anything like that, or Xbox. Just think of it. So I'm thinking Atari, Amiga age. And a lot of people don't even know what the word Amiga means. But during that time, I played text-based games. Anyways, around 2020, one of the MUDs that I've been playing on for 30 years, right? They decide to IP ban me. IP banning meaning they took my IP address and they banned me and deleted all my characters. And the main reason why is on MUDs, you're normally only supposed to be able to play one character. I had well over 40 plus characters, right? I was enjoying the game. I was playing it. And because I had 40 something characters, they're like, well, you have too many guys. You're multiplaying. We don't want you to multiplay. So they got rid of my guys. And so I literally got banned from that particular server, that particular game. And so what I did was I was like, okay, well, if you're going to ban me, I'm going to look for the code. That actually happened back in 2018. And so I looked for 2 years for the code base for that MUD. And then I found the code base. They're kind of the semi-original code base, not really original. 1993 code base. And I took the code and I had to reprogram it and fix it because it was literally broken code from 1993. And I had spent ungodly amount of hours staring at the code and reverse engineering. And so I learned how to code the Hard Knocks way. I didn't go to school. I didn't read any books. I literally looked at the game. I knew what the game was capable of doing because I had played it for 30 years. But I had no idea how to code. But I spent months and months looking at it and I said, okay, I want my code, my MUD, to be able to do this. I knew it was capable. I knew it could do it. I just had to figure out how to do it. And so I reverse engineered, and that's how I learned how to code back in 2020. And that has landed me and gotten me a better job. I don't have any food buff. Do you have a Discord? I send you the screen of the camera print. I do have a Discord channel. It's in my description, in the Discord channel. Now, please be aware that Discord channel has a lot of different people of all ages, as well as it mainly was created for my Cosmeteer content. So you'll see a lot of Cosmeteer chat going on. Cosmeteer is a shipbuilding game, the ship designing. It's really fun. That's how I first started off on YouTube and got a lot of people watching this me building ships. Co-founder of Albion Online. So co-founder or founder, not co-founder. So when they first released this game back in 2017, Jackie, the game, they had these founder packages. So you're not really a co-founder. I'm just one of those founder people that, you know, bought the game before it was even released. So back in like 2015, 2016, when they were advertising Albion Online, I was like, oh, this is a game I want to play. So I pre-bought the game as a founder so that I would have whatever. And basically I have this founder, you see this background, that shield? This shield right here for appearance, right here. This one you see it says original player ring. You only can get this as being an original player, a founder. And that's why I have that shield. I have the original shield as well as my brother also wears the same one, Barich. We have the founder. This is the original player shield. So if you see anybody with this shield, there are people back from 2017 that started playing Albion Online. I don't think there's any other way to get this little shield icon. All right, we've already checked northeast. We checked this one. The 52-minute timer is ticking. We haven't checked southwest, and then we still have to go check Penuchev. AKKU, he's saying I'm very dedicated. Yeah. If you can play a game for 30 years and then literally, because you live the game so much, go look for the code base and then literally take broken code and then spend, I'm going to say I spent a whole year, literally a whole year worth of time staring at code, learning how to fix it. Now that's dedication. You've sent it. You've sent it. Nice. Thank you. Let me make sure that this is. There we go. Well, thank you for joining my Discord and thank you for the picture. I need to put on my Helion helmet. So that's okay. Let's fight these guys. Let's put the Helion. I don't want to go all the way down there without the Helion helmet. Pick this up. Okay, now we'll put this on. Give it a little bit of time. 3, 2, okay, run. Get some health back. Come over here, we'll hit the D key right here. So main reason I put thorns on them so I can heal back more with Circle of Life because they do damage and I heal. We're waiting for this to go right here. We're going to touch these guys right here and we're going to sprint. I see no bosses. No boss there, no boss there. No chest. Someone has already come down this way. Which is totally fine. Now I see no chest over here. This is where I'm going to recall out. We're done with Mauer Gorge. We're going to run to Penuchef or check Penuchef. There's nothing up there. No big deal. Now Mauer Gorge has a whole nother reset, reset in all the mobs, and if other people, the main reason why I don't do Penucha first is because less people go there. The main reason less people go there is because they feel like it's further away. But if you run in this certain direction like how I do normally, it's not that far away. It's only about 3 to 4 minutes away from Fort Sterling. I can check the cavern. I could. It's true. The red dots and the green dot, which I can do down below. You know what? That's a great idea. I'm gonna see if I can attempt that. So AKKU, thank you for the map. And I can check all the spawns. In fact, 2 of the spawns are really close to the Karen Kamain entrance. And then I'll just have to practice and find the best route.
Come again.
Sell this off. But we still averaged our 2 purple chests in the morning each day that I've done this, done the stream on it. Now the other game that I am playing much more than Albion Online is a game called Ultima Online. Ultima Online came out in 1997. I played that game when it first came out. Like, I was highly anticipated. I literally went to the store. I went to a GameStop store and I bought Ultima Online. Now I have a funny story. I have a funny story on the Ultima Online. So I was a kid, right? A little kid, and they used to have arcades, good arcades that you could spend a 1 quarter, 25 cents, and you could play in the arcade. Anyways, I went to the mall. Parents dropped me off. I went to the GameStop store, And I bought with my own money. So I was working even when I was in high school and everything to earn my own money. But anyways, I went to the GameStop store. I bought Ultima Online. It was $20. Ultima Online, the game, right? I bought it and you had it in a box. You literally buy the game and you had to bring it home like in a CD or whatever it was. No, they weren't floppy disks. It was a CD at the time. And I bought Ultima Online and I took it and I went to the arcade and I put the game right next to me on my left hand foot and I started playing in the arcade, playing games. And some thieves decided to come while I'm playing the game, not looking, and they took my Ultima Online game and stole it from me. I still have my receipt, so they couldn't return it. The receipt was in my pocket. But they stole the Ultima Online game from me. And then my parents came and I was like, I didn't get to buy I bought the game, but then I lost the game, and so I really need to buy it. So I had to get a loan or borrow from my parents so that I go buy Ultima Online. So I rebought the Ultima Online game, brought it home so I could play. But yeah, that's when I learned that as a kid, really early age, if you go to the arcade or you buy something, don't just leave it on the ground next to you on the foot, because thieves are real and they really will steal from you. But the reason I'm bringing Ultima Online is every time I play this game, Albion Online, the first thing I think of playing this game is I think of Ultima Online. Ultima Online, yes, the graphics are really old. It is a very old game, but really has been fleshed out on a whole nother level. Plus, it has different content compared to Albion Online. All right, nothing there. So if anybody that oversees, and because I'm streaming Ultima Online as well. I normally stream it later on in the day. There's a boss right there. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I just wasted all my cooldowns. Ha! I mean, I live in a place where if you don't pay attention, you can be stolen yourself, not only your things. Well, that definitely doesn't sound good. That's called trafficking, I believe. So they traffic people, kids and everything. It happens as well where I lived. Not as much because it was a lot harder. But it happens here in the US as well. Trafficking. I think people tend to turn a blind eye to it. And I don't think that's a good thing because I agree with you there, AKKU. Trafficking is real and it does happen to people. And I'm not trying to downplay it for anybody that's experienced that or anything like that. I'm just trying to... I don't have a lot of experience, so I can't speak to it with any real knowledge. There's no glowies. We're just going to touch the chest now and grab all these mobs. Grab these other rats too. Snare and hit them. Grab these other rats. People should definitely be aware. It happens. And it happens more than people can imagine. It's a blue! What kind of blue is it? 74,000? Not bad. The other reason why I do these blue statics for people that are watching is, you see how I'm doing this? I can mindlessly talk and I can read, and I do this with, like, when I watch movies. So normally I literally log into the game, do this exact rotation, and I mindlessly do it while I watch a movie. Like one of the not movies, but TV show that came out, HBO TV show, which is Band of Brothers, came out on Netflix. And I was like, oh, I love Band of Brothers. So I literally didn't stream and I watched Band of Brothers on Netflix while just doing this. because it can. Where if I would go to like the black zone or I go to the red zone, it's really hard to multitask like that in the black and red zone. Yes, Bishu, you can bring the 22 million you spent on premium in a month. Yeah. In fact, I did that. So if you watch the very beginning streams of my Albion Online content that I started here on my YouTube channel, I spent about 21 million and I got back. And I literally had 40 million. I got back all of that as well as I bought these. I didn't have any tier 4.3s. I only had tier 8.3. I only had these tier 8.3s. I only had tier 8.3s. When I came back, because I had quit for years, I bought all these. I bought this, I bought this, I bought this, as well as I bought a torch tier 4. And I also bought weapons for viewers. So there's a person that's called, man, I can't remember his name. Rusty Banjo. I bought tier 7, tier 6.3. So $1 million worth weapon for Rusty Banjo, about $1 million weapon for viewers. I've helped viewers level up. So I've gained way more than 22 million in a month of my premium subscription. So is it possible to do? Yes. Doing exactly this. There's a boss right there. That's what I was trying to check. I'm going to try to drop as much aggro right here. So doing exactly what I'm doing here. Yes, you can make millions. And I don't play all day. A couple hours a day. Yeah. I play like 3-4 hours a day. And I also do faction warfare too. Sometimes I play more. Sometimes I play maybe 5-6 hours for a day. The main reason I'm playing now, or play the most, is when I do premium, I feel like I have to play. Not so much now because I have the Ultimate Online. I'm trying to level up my crap to level 3. But yes, AKKU, the answer is really. And most of the silver that I make in the game is on stream, it's on live stream. So if you watch my previous live streams from when I first started, I know some of them are old now, they're probably 30 days old. Yeah, when I first started back in, I live streamed when I first started in. Maybe I didn't live stream when I first started in. I might have live streamed 20 on the day 28. Because I only just learned about live stream and doing that. But I explained how much money I spent. Because I was at 40 million and when I came back. And then yeah, I regained. I totally didn't do my Helion helmet. I'm over here talking away. I want this boss though. Exactly, AKKU. Every time I spend premium, well, this guilt trip that I have on myself, where like, oh, if I'm not playing, I'm wasting the time. Drop the aggro right here. Pretty sure if you stand right here, where I'm standing right here, I can actually not get aggro from even this guy, and I can switch gears to leveling gear right now. See how he's not aggroing? So I can switch to this safely. And then I can engage all these wizards. And then fight the boss. In fact, if I really wanted to, I can come over here and just fight the boss. Or maybe not. I tagged this guy. Freezing after freezing after freezing. Let's move him farther away. I don't want to grab that red with the other group. Now that the wizard's close enough, I can tag that wizard without grabbing that other group. So I don't want to grab them. I bought premium with silver. I have not spent real money on this game since I bought it in 2017. I bought real money once, and I haven't bought real money since. Our key right now. Hopefully we can get it. There's just too many things going on right now. It cloaked it. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. We killed the boss. Here, we're going to potion it. So, Benares, yeah. I haven't spent real money on this game in a long time. If I'm ever going to go premium, it's going to be with in-game silver. In fact, when I first started playing in some of my original streams, you see how there's 22 million silver? I was playing back when this was only 3 million silver, 4 million silver. It's ridiculous what the price is now. And when it was only that price, that's when I really could make a profit. I could buy premium for multiple different accounts, and I could camp a site, and I could make 50 million in silver with one account in less than 30 days. Just camping a chest. And then that's when they changed the code. So Albion Online around 2020, I believe, around 2020, they changed the code. Don't quote me on this. I don't know the exact time frame. But they changed the code so that if you loot the same chest within a 24-hour period, it's less and less. And so they literally made it worse for me. And that's when I quit the game back in 2020. And I hadn't played since until now in 2023. And then anytime I want to actually buy premium, I just farm as a non-premium character chests until I get enough silver so that I can buy premium again. Yeah, 22 million is a lot. It is possible to earn it. It just takes time. The other thing I'm getting here too is faction points. So the main reason why Blue Zone also takes into account, and I also factor this in. See this right here, 18,000 faction points. Every 9,000 faction points equals a chest. And the chest is also money as well. There's 115k in here. How's my loot look? Semi half full. Now there's a chest right there. I do want to get that chest, so we're going to run back to get it. What games do I play? I played for a time in 2021, it was 10 million. Yeah, they've increased the price significantly. And then for Death Bomb, what kind of games do I play? My favorite types of games, and the games that I'm good at, are real-time strategy games. Real-time strategy games such as Warcraft, StarCraft, Company of Heroes. Those are the games that I excel at and that I enjoy playing the most. I could steal it from him by attacking another mob, but I'm not even gonna bother. I don't like to do that to people. Unless people do it to me too many times. I just let people have it. I also play Death Bomb. I play survival games. Somebody already loot that chest? They did. They left scraps for me. We're not gonna take that. How much is this worth? We're not gonna take that either. I play survival games. I play MMORPG. I play anything and everything. I play first-person shooters. So I used to actually be, when I was younger. Now if I play first-person shooters, my carpal tunnel syndrome really starts acting up. Even playing a game like this, it's kind of heavy on my hands. And I've had carpal tunnel syndrome since I was 12 years old, because I just play video games way too much. I admit I'm an addict. I don't deny it. I am a video game addict. I've been playing, and I play every game, even when I'm sick. So if you watch some of my other streams as well, I was playing even when I was sick with COVID. That happened recently. That's why I still have a cough, and I was sucking on a cough drop at the beginning of this stream. I do watch Korean dramas. Yeah. I know I'm totally not gonna pronounce this right, but one of my more favorite Korean dramas was Daijungama. Man, I guarantee I'm butchering the name. Daijungam? I don't. Anyways, I like that. I like cooking. I was a chef for 4 years in real life, so I love food. Yeah, I've had issues since I was 12 years old because I just play way too much. You'll notice even my streaming, like I don't even stream the full amount that I actually play for Ultima Online because I don't know if people really like it. But yeah, after this, I'm gonna go play Ultima Online because I gotta level up my craft. And I play more games than that too. I still play my Cosmic Tier content. I play a lot of things. Honestly, I do want to live stream a Company Heroes game. I need to get back into it. Company Heroes is a good real-time strategy game. Some of my all-time favorites were the original StarCraft, Brood War, when it first came out, and then even Warcraft 3. I don't know why I'm going northeast. I gotta go southwest. That's the last place we heard mindlessly talking. So when Warcraft 3, Blizzard game, real-time strategy, first came out, I was one of the first people that bought it because that's how excited I was for it. And hi, Ghost Ran Gaming. Hi, welcome back again. Back to Warcraft 3. So when I first bought Warcraft 3, the very first things I did was I opened up the game and I play a ranked battle multiplayer, 3 versus 3. That's how I was so competitive when I was younger. Way too competitive. I literally played and played and played, and then I made a brand new account. And with this brand new account, I made a few other accounts. I played 3 versus 3. Now, Warcraft 3, when it first came out, they had it so that, and I'm sure they still have it now, if one of your friends, your teammates at a 3v3 leave the game, you gain full control over them, and you gain full control of all of their resources. Now, I literally had around, like, I can't remember the exact number. I know it was in the 40s. I'm just going to use the number 43. I had 43 wins and 0 losses. Again, I can't remember the exact number. And I was playing the game, and as I'm playing the game, both my teammates leave the game, okay? And my opponents, what they kept sailing me messages, they leave the game, you know, you're not gonna be able to win. It's 1 versus 3, you're not gonna be able to win. And all I did was I typed back and I said, watch. And then I just played the game. Now, because I was literally in my prime, I was a lot younger at the time, I literally played the game and I controlled both my other teammates. One was human, one was elf, and I was playing orc. Now, the main reason why, if you're playing orc, and I always played random when I played Warcraft 3, so I knew all the races, undead, I knew night elf, I knew orc, I knew humans. Like, I knew them to a point where the back of my hand, I could say, okay, this is what I'm going to play them, this is strategy I'm going to play for them, and just build. So I controlled all three different places, all 3 different zones. I doubt I could do it now. My hands wouldn't be able to keep up with it. And then the enemy comes in the hero rush. So if you know Warcraft 3, or if maybe you know or don't know what I'm talking about, hero rush is you can build these heroes, and you can hero rush with a few units on somebody's base. And usually with a hero rush, you can wipe somebody out. So it was 3 heroes versus me and orc. Now the problem with orc, I have to go. Coming back later if you're still alive. Thank you, AKKU, for staying and chatting. You have a good one. And yeah, if you're still here, we'll welcome you back. Back to the story. So in Warcraft 3, after they come and they hero rush me, orcs, because of their little farm places, you can hit the O key and all of a sudden all your peons would run in and they jump in. So 4 peons could run into each one and they start throwing out little spears. So I had that, plus I had my own hero, and I was able to defend off their hero rush. And they're thinking, okay, if they hero rush him, they take off my resources, so I'm not gaining anything, that I'd not be able to win. Anyways, I prevent their hero rush from my main base because they attacked me. They didn't attack the human base. They didn't take the night elf base. I built up their bases. So humans, I went specialized. I went sorcerers and healers and priests. And then for... Hello, sir, anonymous guy. Welcome. I'm just telling a story about Warcraft 3, the real-time strategy game. I eventually, after the whole game, I had night elves, and I just did the huntresses that did the multi-bounce with archers, huntresses, and archers. And then my orc one, I went shamans and witch doctors. The witch doctors had heal, and the shamans had bloodlust. And so I was literally able to wipe out all 3 opponents. So I won the 1v3 game. I wish I had recorded it way back in the day when I first played that. This was one of my favorite gameplays. And that's when I went from 43 wins to like 44 wins. Again, I don't know the exact number. I just remember it was in the 40s, and I had 0 losses. The very next game I play, 3v3, one of my teammates leave the game. And now I'm playing, again, this 2v3. Now during this game, again, the other team says to leave, whatnot, and I just play it. Now I'm playing the game and I'm controlling both characters. And I'm not noticing what the other person does, but I notice the entire game goes by. I wipe out 2 of the opponents. I'm on my last opponent. My other teammate, a third teammate, hasn't helped at all. What he does is he builds a whole bunch of knights, and I'm not watching. He goes and destroys, he attacks his own base. He destroys all of his own farmers. He starts controlling the other teammates that I had built up, their units, because he has the opportunity to control it, right? Destroys all of his base, destroys all of my workers, and then just starts destroying my base. Now I'm over here focused on fighting the last third opponent. So it's literally been 1 versus 3 again, or in this sense, 1, and I'm only controlling 2 players versus 3. And I'm fighting the last opponent, and there's no alert when your teammate in Warcraft 3 attacks your own buildings or attacks your own units. Normally it says, like, you're under attack or something like that. So I'm not even noticing that he's destroying all my buildings and destroying all my workers. Destroys everything to a point where I cannot rebuild. There's no chance for me to win the game because I have no workers. My teammates have no workers. He destroys all of his own stuff as well. And then types in the chat, haha, now you have a loss, and then leaves the game. Which, that's when I stopped playing competitively for Warcraft 3. But that's how competitive I was. Now, I still played Warcraft 3, but I played for fun, and I played with friends. But I stopped on a competitive level because I was like, why did you purposely make it so that we would lose when we literally had won the game? And the main reason he did that because it was a random 3v3, right? I probably had kept playing, and he was probably one of my teammates or enemies that I had beat, and he looked at my score and saw, oh, he has 43 wins and no losses. Let's make sure he gets 1 loss. But yeah, I was very, very competitive in real-time strategy games. I was also competitive too when League of Legends came out. So Dota, Defense of the Ancients was actually the first game that came out on Warcraft 3. Oh man, I played that way too much. There's people out there all the time. There's even people like that here in Albion Online. And I've just learned to hold my temper, control my temper as best I can, and just accept that there's things out of my control and you're not going to be able to change other people. Now, I know AKKU left, but AKKU did recommend they give me a map. So we're now going to go to this Tier 5 area. We're going to come over here to Stone Root Caverns, this Tier 5 area, and we're going to see if we can find any bosses, find any chests. Now, again, I have no experience doing this. I've never really been down this dungeon since a little earlier in the stream. So if I die or make a mistake, I'm gonna apologize because that's very likely what's gonna happen. Anonymous guy, I agree with you. That's life. That's just the way things happen. And you know, it's take into account everybody has their own situation, right? Some of you might be having a bad day, a bad week, a bad month, and so I take that into account too, because I've had the same things happen to me, right? I'm having an entire bad month, maybe an entire bad year, and so you're just grumpy or unhappy, and so you don't have to, but you feel like you take it out on other things or other people, and in video games, what people call as toxic players, they take it out on other people because, you know, they have nobody else to do it against. So I don't hold it against them as best I can. Still, there's better ways to handle the stress than instead of putting your stress or your anger onto other people. This is my own personal opinion. Alright, so there can be a chest here. And I can see, looking at the map that AKKU sent me on Discord. And I don't see anything there, so we're going to skip that one. There can be one here. So look how many players there are down here. No worry, AKKU. Alright, so look how many players there are down here. Oh, this is not a way down. We'll check the middle. So tier 5 static dungeon. This is Sunday, obviously. We can recheck this. Now, this is not that far away. And I like how close this is. I can add this to my rotation. So we'll just learn it as we go. Now, there's supposed to be a boss here. Not here. When I get closer to the middle. No chest there. I don't see any boss or chest there. There should be a big boss, big chest here in the middle. We're close enough to see that there's nothing there. Yeah, well, I think we'll add this to the rotation. I'm just gonna skip these guys. Now, there's supposed to be something else here. I'm trying to find the best route. I'm gonna practice this and find out. Now, there could be another boss or chest here, and there's nothing there. And then there should be one more, which should be right down here, another chest. And there's one last chest spawn, which I think I'm going to have to hit the A key and go back. So it could spawn right here. Another chest could spawn here. So we're going to hit the A key now. And we're going to check the one last chest spawn. Or it's a red, I don't know if it's chest spawn. It's a red dot on the map. And we'll go back in. And then we can check literally all of them. So we'll walk back in. There's so many players. I'm just showcasing where the spawns are. I doubt we'll get any of them. Plus, I'm trying to. I'll look at the map some more as well as try to figure out what's the best route. So there's this one, and I'm guessing if you walk just far enough. Look how many players there are down here. It's somewhere down here in this little nook. So that just spawned there. I'm thinking of a better route. So if I went this way first, I could hit all the chests. So I go this way. The chest could spawn right down there. Right here. It doesn't. And so I'd run this way like this. I'm just trying to find the best route because this place is all cleared out. Chest could spawn here. And then if you ran back this way, and then ran through the middle. Yeah, we can do an S shape. We can do an S shape. Let me show you. So I come over here, you run this way, you come down here, check this chest, come over here, come this way like this, check this chest, run this way, check that chest, come back around this way to get this chest over here. But anyways, I gotta go. My kids woke up. So if you enjoyed this content, please feel free to smash the like button. Helps me out a lot. Helps to push this content out to other people. If you would like, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like, especially if you don't like it, so that I can learn and grow from it. If you have not already, please feel free to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay as well. Come back once a week, once a month. Check out what content I have, and or come back daily because I am streaming daily, and or watch some other videos I watch because I am streaming multiple different videos, different games daily. Again, thank you all for being here, and you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I need to do one thing, and then I'm going to log out. There we go. Again, thank you all for being here. You all have a wonderful rest of your day.